What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is New Techno Guy, and today we're going to talk about some cryptocurrency. Again, there was no new updates that I seen on CoinStats once again, and for whatever reason, they don't usually update most of the time. It's usually maybe once every 3 to 4 months. But with that being said, Dogelon Mars is still listed on crypto.com and most of the exchanges that it is listed on. If you don't know who I am a content creator who makes conspiracies and also talk about gaming and cryptos. One of my favorite. Again, I'm still holding on to this cryptocurrency. Go ahead and tap in, hit the like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you all think about Elon Mars. Right now, Dogelon Mars is still on the biggest exchange. Why are we waiting? That's the question. Well, I'm here to answer it in my personal opinion. And I'm going to try to explain this the best way that I can. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this right now. Looking at this price point right here, it's 100, 100. What's going on, Bo Rabbit? What's going on, man? Good to see you today, bro. Right now, currently, we have a lot of zeros, and that right there may keep people confused on like, man, what is this guy talking about? Why do we still have these zeros? Well, that's a good thing to see a lot of zeros on a big crypto exchange like crypto.com. For me, in my personal opinion, but here's the thing. I'm investing in a crypto that's next generation. What I mean by next generation is that cryptos have birth. Cryptos have generations also. So with Dogelon Mars, we see the upcoming. Yes, children and teens are increasingly getting into crypto. But before that, and some time ago, people wasn't getting into that much crypto. They was getting into the banking. They were getting into paper money. That was like the thing back in the something 90s. Now that us 90 babies and on up is going forward, I say even the 2000s at this point is increasingly moving towards a digital world where they know where to send their money in cryptos, right? So they're getting more adapted to this day by day. Looking at Ethereum, we're not talking about huge numbers until it gets to around what? The 2030s. And maybe even towards the 2026. They're stating in 2026 supposed to go to around 8,000, maybe 10K. But by 2050, around $200,000. Again, this is not to take at face value. This is simply saying that it takes some time before cryptos do rise. And Dogelon Mars is one of the ones that I do have, and the one of the ones that I will continue to invest in, because that was one of the biggest plays that I started off. I felt like if I bought high with Dogelon Mars, why not buy low? Again, this is just an investment that I see fit for me. Check here, it says on Dogelon Mars recent, Dogelon Mars posts Dogelon Mars in the stars, and that's exactly what they're trying to head legitimately. They're trying to get to space. And currently, right now, Starlink, NASA, and a lot of these Chinese companies are literally heading that way. And I believe that it's going to be possible because they've already done it. They already been to the moon. They created VR. They created AI. AI is smarter than people at this point. You can talk to an AI right now, and they'll give you an answer in less than 10 seconds. And I mean that seriously. Like, you can go and ask a person out in public a question, and they may not even know it. You're better off asking AI the question. You're better off having an AI best friend at this point. So when they're talking about robots and people being in your homes, in my personal opinion, I feel like let the robots in your homes. I'm about to explain why. Because we already have them. The phones are robots. They're listening. They have cameras. They use AI. It's traditional now. So the kids that are growing up right now is going to be used to robots, AI, in full body skin. They're going to be here. Again, this is just what we're moving forward to. We're forced to move forward to this type of stuff. I believe that Dogelon Mars has a huge chance, because I noticed that anybody that invested that has all these zeros going into a crypto.com exchange usually eats up 2 to 3 zeros, and it only has about 4 zeros left. So it's up to you to be able to do your own investments before the time is up. I mean, there's not that much time. You know, time goes by quick. A lot of people can agree with me. We have a Starlink that's freaking outer space that's sending us signals to our phones to power up network inside Arizona, where there's a desert at this point. So if they're powering up so far and they're giving us the chance to be able to get a digital asset like this, I think the time is now. And honestly, for me, I'm going to continue to show and prove that maybe this is the best investment for individuals who want to take a huger risk while still having their funds, because I feel that it hasn't went anywhere, hasn't been delisted. If crypto.com stays on, we're going to be able to see some huge gains in the future. I don't have an estimate time. I don't know the time or date, but what I do know is that this thing is listed, and I've seen things happen in the crypto market that was so sudden that people said, hey, I wish that I got in, I didn't, and I don't want to be a misser. So again, man, I do feel this. What's going on? How would disclosure of UFOs affect Elon? What's your opinion? Okay, UFOs affecting Elon. I believe that if we did get to Mars, right? Like if we did, which I still believe that they will, I believe if we was to come in contact and be in disclosure, I mean, it's like if they told the people and everything like that, I believe that it would have a good effect on Dogelon Mars, because I feel that if we're going to use it as an interplanetary currency, that's more trades for more people. Aliens, people, hybrids, whatever you want to name it, they're going to be using it too. So it still will pump the money outwards. Like this, that means that this thing will continue to expand at that point. So if we're talking aliens and everybody's still using it, and we get cool with these people and there's no beef, we good. Because at that point, the Ethereum network is going to go skyrocket. At that point, cryptocurrency overall is going to be used in space, and that's going to be a major key. Major key. We used it down here, but that means that we're going to improve that stuff out there way more. And I believe that that's what we're already on the verge to do currently right now. So again, they're stating that we're currently using lasers, all type of stuff. And I believe that there will be a major breakthrough when it comes to the crypto market, even though it is in the red and people do fear. This is time for me not to fear, but a greed market for me, because I can buy more. Again, leave comments down below. Let me know what y'all all think. I do believe in Dogelon Mars and the UFOs. If we ever get in touch with them, maybe they did. I don't know. But, you know, you heard Barack Obama and everybody talk about this type of stuff. So, again, do y'all believe in the UFOs? Do y'all believe that we will come in contact with them? Do you believe that we are going to trade with these aliens? Is that quite possible? I really want to know from you all, because y'all are some of the smartest people that I've met in a very long time, because most people still don't talk about it in public. They're too scared. You know, we're talking about other things, you know. It's hard to find this discussion. What's going on? It says, dang, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'm not the only one out here that's thinking that, man. And we gotta really think what's going on, because nobody telling us this stuff in the public. And people even barely speak on the fact of UFOs and all that, man. It's something out there, and we all know that. They gonna all trade. Like I said, humans will eventually develop and turn into a different type of species. That's just me. Especially when they go out there on Mars. Robotics, cyborg. Cyborg is a whole different human. They will be trading. That's a new human hybrid. People want to act like and say that robots and humans are they are actually two separate things. Once you become a cyborg, you're no longer a human at that point. That's just me and my personal opinion. Now, when it comes to species and everything talking, it's gonna go even further. Maybe that will be under the dark web. That's something that may not even be spoke about for millions of years, or maybe in years. They're not going to speak about it or put it out in the public. They gonna keep that away from people. They ain't gonna tell people that. They gonna keep that on the hush. Shh. The only way you gonna get it is here, because we gonna speak about it. Because that's what the investment. That's what I'm thinking. We thinking the same thing. Come on, man. Where all this money going, man? Ain't nobody, like I told people before. Nobody is sending nobody $1 million in cash. It's all in crypto. It's all in crypto. Whether it's in a meme coin, and it's still listed on crypto.com. So I feel like if it is listed there, it's a huge reason. And I believe that we're on go time. People, you better not miss out on it. on any of the cryptos, not just this one. There's many out there, but on crypto.com. It's very risky to get it off of the DeFi's because you can lose money quick. Let me see what's going on, bro. What's going on? What's going on? Song 2001, September. UFOs are AI. Proof is because no human could withstand the G-force, of course, in my opinion, but seems right. Guys, look, that can go multiple ways because I do feel like AI was here before human beings. It just wasn't discovered by human beings because AI is powered by electricity. Electricity goes right back to the very beginning of whatever created this whole thing, right? So I feel like crypto was always here, just never discovered, and we finally found out as humans what it is and how it got here, right? So yeah, I can see why you say that. I do get that. I like that. I like that. UFOs are AI. Proof is because no humans could withstand the G-force. Somebody not telling us something. I don't think that human beings did this by themselves. I believe that there may be more out there that we just haven't discovered. But I feel like that we all know exactly what's going on out here, bro. I feel that these numbers that we seeing are kind of behind. I don't think that these are at the max level of numbers. Like there's trillions and millions of numbers I can't even name or think of right now on a board. It just don't seem right to me that Dogelon Mars still have all these zeros in so much time, and it's on one of the biggest exchanges in the world. In so much time, when these kids get older, these zeros will get ate up. Like I said, I don't give a dang if I was 70 years old, I'm still holding. Because guess what? You turn 70 and then they eat 5 zeros. Boom. Fool. I don't want to be no fool. Again, this ain't the only one you can invest in. It just one for me. It meets that. It meets that Elon vibe with the Mars vibe. I always wanted to see people go to Mars. It's been in works for a very long time for every individual, and it's closer to aliens. It's closer to an exchange with other aliens. I'm not saying that like I don't know how they gonna look. They're not gonna look like the movies. They're not gonna have no long they ain't gonna have long heads. They ain't gonna have they ain't probably ain't gonna look green. They probably gonna look something else. They ain't probably gonna look gray. They gonna probably gonna look orange. I don't know what they gonna look like. I'm just saying that it's a stretch, and they stated, mind you, they stated on somewhere on NASA to look for more life, oxygen, food, water, power, spacesuits, shelter, communications. They're already on a hunt for them. More life out there. Let's see what he say. Let's see what he say. Do you think SpaceX will make the launch window about this time next year to launch a cargo ship to Mars? I do think that, brother. I do. Wait. It says, will we see a renewed interest because of a launch for Mars? Honestly, I think you own to something. And I think we is going to see a space launch. Because there was a recent launch that I seen on SpaceX that nobody talked about on the news. I didn't see it on the news. I had to go to the website to actually see them launch off. Alright? Like, I actually had to see it for myself. So, I think that it's going to be under the table. People are not going to be watching it. Only the people that's, like, really, really focused. Like, dang, we really finna go to Mars. Because most people don't even want to look for it. They're like, oh, it's a crock of BS. How is it a crock of BS if everybody's scanning barcodes? How is it a crock of BS if we still using the crypto.com exchange? We talking to people all around the world. This can't be a crock of crap no more. It can't be. You know what I mean? Like we orbiting out of space. People, they said that Katy Perry and them didn't go to space, but we clearly see them flying from space. They said it was fake. Let's just say that it is fake. What reason do they have to say that this stuff is fake? We're using it on our phones. Everybody is. This is a everyday thing. Oh, we only have so many opportunities, right, for cryptos before the gap really do close, and then you're not going to be able to get anything. Again, I think the next generation is it, and I think the next generation will carry that. And I think I'm in the situation where I'm like, hey, we missed out on that first one with the first Bitcoin. You didn't get the first Bitcoin. Cool. I didn't get the first Bitcoin. I was on some dumb, like I was Worried about all type of other junk when I was when Bitcoin had dropped, and I could have bought some. I graduated in 2010. Around 2010, that's when Bitcoin was just coming out. I was on a whole nother wave. It's the next wave. This is the time. This is it. And most people gonna skip out on the next wave, and they have the opportunity right now. In my personal opinion, I feel like this is one of the last ones. Cause you got Coinbase, Crypto.com, you got KuCoin, I think it was. I made it big on the Hotbit, and Hotbit got turned down. They cut the Hotbit off, and Hotbit was good stuff. If y'all remember Hotbit, that's why I got Saitama. So again, man, I think this is it, everybody. I think we are going to Mars, just like JFK talked about it. He said going to the moon, and they are following through. Cause JFK brother is with Trump. Is talking to Trump now. Let's look at this real quick. JFK brother and Trump. I think Robert Kennedy and Trump. Yeah, they with each other now. Robert F. Kennedy. Yeah, they kicking it. Come on, man. They on that same mission. Just Mars. It's a mission. They ain't shaking hands for no reason. Broke out on blue, broke out on red, Republican and Democrat, something. So again, man, I really do hope that y'all all enjoy this content, man. I am New Techno Guy, bring y'all latest content on cryptocurrency. I hope that y'all all enjoyed it, and I'll bring y'all the latest news. I'm still a holder of Doge ELON Mars, and I do believe that it's going to go somewhere, even though we see red. This is the time is now, just like they did Doge back in the day. Nobody believed it until it actually happened. I hope that y'all all enjoyed me and all had a great day. With that being said, make great investments, and I'm out. Peace.